there were 6 Humvees in a line, and he was in the last Humvee. And they just turned on the side street where there's some fairly tall buildings up close, and an sergeant threw a hand grenade off the roof of a building. I understand that he tried to deflect it and couldn't, and it went past him into the Humvee. He shot a grenade and was about ready to jump out when the Sergeant Thomas yelled, "Where?" And he said, "It's in the truck."
We live in an era of persistent conflict caused by radical ideologies, globalization, resource competition, population growth, climate change, weapons of mass destruction, safe havens for terrorists. Do we just keep an eye on our borders and hope for the best?
We're the little box on the wall that says break in case of an emergency. When the American people break that glass and they say, "Okay, Army, we need you to do this mission," whether it's going out there to combat an enemy force or whether it's to go out and take control of a situation after a natural disaster or after the use of a weapon of mass destruction, we are a force that cannot fail.
Soldiers on the ground are what make everything else possible. Predators and airplanes and cruise missiles are all incredibly important to the team. But it's having that lieutenant platoon leader on the ground with his 36 soldiers that by their demonstrated professional competence, by their unbounded energy, they're able to solve some phenomenal problems. And that doesn't happen from the sky. It doesn't necessarily happen from the sea. It's got to be people on the ground.
We have never had a non-commissioned officer corps or a junior officer corps that is skilled as this one is. They have been down on the street looking the devil in the eye. They are an amazing group, every single one of them.
He'd seen it go in. He knew it was under the radio mount or lodged in the radio mount, so he dropped back down in and covered it with his back. Basically sat down on it, and it exploded within seconds. Sergeant Thomas said you couldn't even count to 3 between when he yelled grenade and the time it went off. So it was over very fast.
Some say that the greatest generation landed at Normandy. We say, don't just look back, look around you.
The greatest generation is not only the generation of our fathers and our mothers and our grandfathers and grandmothers, but the generation of Americans serving today who have given so much of themselves, endured family separations, missed birthdays, missed piano recitals, missed all those things, but continue to serve for love of the nation and for love of the Army.
And you look in their eyes at the 3rd deployment, and you got to ask yourself the question, what keeps you coming back? Why are you still doing this?
God bless you. Thank you.
And I will tell you, it's because of the values and ideals that this country stands for. They believe in them, and they believe that they can and are making a difference in the world at a critical time for our nation.
fighting that we're doing out there on Freedom's Edge, they do it because what they want to prevent is 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a generation from now. They want to prevent that suicide attack from going off in the middle of a grocery store on Main Street, USA.
Right now we're fighting terrorism, we're fighting famine, and if we didn't take care of those problems now, those problems are going to come back to haunt us in the future.
The American people need to know that the Army is stretched. It's stretched very thin.
The Army's mission is overwhelming at times. It really is just an incredible task of the magnitude of the Second World War.
I think the American people have gone far above and beyond what most countries would be able to put up with when it comes to a sustained effort.
The American people rely on the Army to bail it out of trouble, all kinds of trouble. And the Army is up to it. The Army is strong. We're tired, but we're strong.
And Ross only had a second or two to decide what he had to do. And he decided to do the hard thing. It's not easy just to decide, today, I'm willing to die. I'm going to die. I'm not risking my life, I'm giving my life to these people.
The President of the United States of America has awarded in the name of Congress the Medal of Honor to Private First Class Ross A. McGinnis, United States Army, for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty.
When he had an opportunity to choose, am I going to take care of myself or I'm going to take care of my buddies? He gave his life for his buddies.
People join for that stuff they see on TV. People end up staying for the people they work with. From all the guys I talk to that end up re-enlisting and staying in the military, they don't want to leave the guys. You know, it's all about the guys.
And that just goes back to Ross, because he was all about his friends. I remember taking him to the airport with my sisters and saying goodbye. And he walked through security and never looked back. And my sister said, "That's strange. You know, why did he do that?" And I told her that this is what they've been told to do, don't look back.